everybody. Good morning to you. How are you? It is not even 8 o'clock in the morning, and I just woke up and had myself a cup of coffee. As a matter of fact, I'm drinking it right now because I figure with Foodie being home, it's going to get busy real soon. She might even be live tonight for all I know, but I want to get my caffeine in me before that happens. So, yeah, like I told you guys, listen, if you're a reactor or you're an audience member, the next 2 to 3 weeks are going to be crazy. If you are someone and you watch reaction content to Chantal, stock up on all your snacks, stock up on all your drinks, make that trip to Costco, make that trip to the grocery store, get everything you need because it's going to be one wild ride. This is the last month of the year for the highest pay in Google AdSense money. And you know she's going to be pushing her foot to the gas pedal to make it happen. So there's a lot to go over, isn't there? There's a lot. The past 12 hours have been a bit nuts. So let's go over things in the timeline as they occurred. So there was a channel by the name of Eyelash that posted a video. They went on Facebook, and although Chantal had said she warned her family to put everything private, apparently the family did not listen or did not get the memo because they were posting pictures about going to Red Lobster, which is a favorite establishment of Chantal. She loves the cheddar biscuits. They posted pictures of a trip to Red Lobster. And of course, all of the eagle-eyed people on YouTube and on Twitter, they started noticing things about the pictures. Let's see. They noticed that the table that the aunt and the sister and the mom were sitting at, that the table was pushed to one side versus just being in the middle. They also noticed that the sister Natalie, she did not look happy. She did not look happy at all. She had this, oh God, here we go again, expression on her face. But the most telling part about that picture was seeing Chantal's reflection in a glass. Also, there's one more detail. There were 4 plates on the table, and there were only 3 people being shown in the picture. So there were a lot of tells that Chantal was already there. And I guess Chantal's been on Twitter and on YouTube, and she sees people talking about that, and she knows she's busted. So she went ahead and she posted a video detailing her trip from Kuwait back to Canada. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is true. Fraudy is back in Canada. And I predict a really wild ride for the next 2 to 3 weeks. It's going to be nuts. So we're going to go over the coming home video as well as all the stuff I found on Twitter, because there's a lot of interesting stuff. So why don't we just get started with that? Okay, let me just go ahead and pull up Twitter, because there's also some pretty cool things on Twitter, not Chantal related, that I'd like to share with you because, hey, we all need some beautiful things in our life, don't we? All right, so let's start here. For anybody who's on Twitter, who wants to follow me on Twitter, it's Wild Girl Sarah. Whenever I do a react video, I post about the video on my Twitter. Sometimes YouTube, the notifications just suck. I don't know why, but sometimes people just don't get notified about when I go live or when I do a video. So if you want to keep up with me, Twitter is a great way to do it. All right, so let's start here with Boot and Vegan. Oh, this is so sweet. Look, look. Mama Kitty with her babies, with her little beans, and this little wiener dog is just saying, well, I'm going to help you take care of them. Aw, that is the sweetest thing. That dog's like, I'm not the parent, but I'm a concerned citizen, and I'm going to help keep those babies warm. That is awesome. And Mom is completely okay with that. Okay, Ghost Crab says, when you have been crying your eyes out, and he just be like, bye. I watched the video, y'all. Look at his expression. Look how happy he is. I mean, you could just see the relief and the happiness all over his face. Isn't it weird that for the longest time, Salah did not show his face in any of her videos or her live streams, but suddenly he's going to pop up when it's time to say goodbye. And he's happy about it. And she even, look, let's look at the picture. Look. These are not the eyes of a woman who has a husband and she's about to leave her husband for an extended period of time. These are not the swollen, red, I've been crying for hours eyes of a devoted, loving wife. These are the eyes of somebody that they had a business arrangement with somebody. It's over and it's time to go home. I don't see any puffiness. I don't see her eyes swollen shut. Look, I've done the ugly crying before. I've cried my eyes out over things. And it takes about 12 hours for your eyes to go back to normal. Until then, they look weird. They look puffy. I don't see her eyes are puffy. No. So strange that these loving people that love each other so much, neither one of them look unhappy. Neither one of them looks sad. It's almost like they're both relieved to be out of there. And I'm sure they both feel that way. Gingerbread Chai says, this is poetry. Also courtesy of Cowboy Dog, saying goodbye is so hard. Y'all look at the pictures. Look. I mean, look. He is so happy. He hasn't smiled like that in so long. He's not been that happy in so long. He's about to get rid of a 550-pound problem and drop it off at the airport and never think of it again. He is so done. Remember my tarot cards? They said he wants to be free. He wants his independence. He wants to spread his wings. And he is. He's putting her on a plane and saying, bye, Chantal. It was not nice knowing you, but it's over now. Girl, I'm going to go party in the red room, the blue room, the yellow room, the pink room, the brown room, whatever room I can find. It's going to be on. Look at him. So happy. Look. Look. I'm looking into his eyes right now. Like, don't focus on the smile. Those eyes say, I am so relieved. There's such relief in there. He looks worn out in the eyes. He looks tired, but he looks happy. Like there's a semblance of peace there. He didn't have that with her. He was always stressed out. But I don't have sympathy for this man because he invited it. He put up with it. He could have sent it home anytime he wanted to, didn't. So all the suffering is because you are a greedy, stupid fool, Salah. You thought that Chantal was the fast track to getting rich and famous, and neither one of them happened. So essentially, you wasted a year of your life on that bag of garbage. But it's a lesson learned. We all got to learn lessons in life. Sometimes the lessons are hard. I'm sure that one was very, very hard. It'll teach you not to be a scammer and not to ride on a woman's back for your fortune, sir. So Butenbegen, this is something cool. Look, this turtle's taking a nap. That turtle looks so peaceful, like just zenned out. Oh, we should all be like this turtle. Here's another one from Earth. Under the Arctic sky, is there anything more beautiful than the Northern Lights? The Aurora Borealis. See, these are places that Chantal will never get to see, except on YouTube or TV. She'll never get to experience this stuff in person. The world is an awesome thing. There's so many beautiful places to go and things to do and adventures to have. But if you put yourself in a state where you can't go anywhere, you can't do anything, you get hyper fixated on one thing, you miss out on stuff like this. But I want to show this to you guys because the Northern Lights are incredibly awesome. Now, here's another peaceful place from Valencia Holloway. What a beautiful bedroom. I must have this bedroom. It looks amazing. Oh, the view, the lights, the bed. Oh, where can I find this bedroom? I must camp out there immediately. Another one from Interior Hunt. This living room, it'd be perfect for get-togethers, for Christmas. I mean, there's so much room. I'm getting atmosphere. I'm getting airiness. I'm getting positive energy. Where is this house? We must go there immediately. Okay, Point and Laugh says wheelchair bees inbound. Y'all, there's the infamous Kia, the Sangria Kia. So in the video, she shows a Sangria Kia, and spoiler, it's a mess. It's been sitting messy for over a year. Ew. I hope there was no spoiled food, but just sitting dirty and nasty for over a year. Her car's been sitting so long, the first thing that should be done is to have the engine checked and the tires, because if the tires have rotted, she can't drive it. But to be honest with you, I don't know if she can fit into the Kia. She was having a hard time fitting in it before she left, and she's gained over 100 pounds since her trip. Can she fit into the Kia? Just, we're going to find out. Ghost Crab says, when the golden but unhygienic Canadian goose finally moves back home and you can finally take off the plastic from the seats of the car she bought you as a parting gift. Well, I don't think she outright bought the car. Chantal is a fool, but not that much of a fool. I think that vehicle was rented. I don't think she outright paid for it. But it would be interesting if he came online and was driving the car around and there's no plastic on the seats. So I guess we'll find out. Was the plastic for her? Or was it for somebody else? More than likely for her, because she is messy and sloppy. But again, look how happy he looks. I mean, he's saying without saying, I am so happy to be rid of this woman. I'm free. I got my get out of jail free card, and I can pass go, and I can collect $200. You know what, Salah? I don't know if she made you sign an NDA, but if you want to make that money, you want to make that bag. Hey, take my suggestion or not. Now that she's gone, now that she's not physically there, you can come online and spill the tea, bro. Make all kinds of money on YouTube. There's a lot of people that would listen to you. I'm just saying. You want to make some good money, that's a way to do it. I don't know if she stopped you from doing with an MDA, but we'll listen. We will listen. Katie says, I can't even imagine all the freedom that she must be feeling. She can drive anywhere she wants, order whatever food she wants, get as high as she wants. It blows my mind that she gave up all of that to live in a shoebox with a fake husband. Shaking my head. This is going to be a dangerous time for Chantal. Absolutely dangerous, because she has been like a pent-up caged bird for over a year. And not just any bird, an addiction bird. Like, she went to Kuwait with all kinds of issues and obsessions and addictions and did not receive treatment for any of them, which means she's coming home with all of them intact. And she's off that plane now. And as you guys are going to see in my tweets, like, her family took her out to Red Lobster. They were in for a bit of shock, seeing her for the first time in a long time, seeing how big she's gotten. And where's the first place they take her? To a fast food restaurant. Nothing against Red Lobster. I'm sure they have great food. But how can you do that? How can you be a relative that you have another relative? Obviously, they're in bad health. Obviously, they're super, super, super morbidly obese. They're like this close to a stroke or a heart attack. And you take them to Red Lobster and order a bunch of cheddar biscuits. Carbs. Her blood sugar is already dangerously high. It's like pancake syrup at this point. You're going to take your relative to a restaurant and she's going to eat more food right there in front of you. How can you do that? That tells me everything I need to know about her family, that they really don't give a crap. Or maybe they're in a position where they're just saying, there's nothing we can do, so let's just roll with it. Well, if she keeps on that path, we know what's going to happen. Okay, this is from Mrs. Flipple Booty and Lindsay with an 8. Yeah, there's the happy Salah again. There he is. So relieved, so happy. Oh, he's living his best life right now. He is. He's probably still partying. He had a 24 to 48 hour party in that apartment. Are you kidding me? Keep it going until somebody passes out. Something beautiful from Interior Hunt, Dream Resort in Greece. Wow. Oh, I want to be there right now because it's cold in Oregon, 40 degrees. Screw you, Oregon. I am used to warm weather. Who do you think you are giving it to me? I'll take that warm weather and nice water. Thank you very much. Yeah, here she's back in Canada. Wonder Mom says, if your husband looks as happy driving you to the airport to never see you again as Foodie Beauty's husband Salah, you have a problem. Yeah, no swollen eyes here. No tears. No sadness. They both look just completely cut off from each other. Like nothing. How can you spend time with somebody for over a year and not be the least bit sad? Unless there was no real friendship or relationship. It was just a business arrangement between two people, between an employee and an employer. And then the contract is up and you got to go home. Yeah, he wasn't sad. He's not sad. Fondue Pondu says, Foodie Beauty, that Timu car never moves so fast. Red sweater for the red room. I see you, Salah. Hey, I didn't notice that. That is so true. He's got on that red sweater. He's all decked out for the red room. Salah, are you going to see the Empress? That woman that I've been seeing in my tarot readings has been popping up all over the place. You're going to go see her, aren't you? You are. That's why you're so happy. You're going to go see the Empress. Well, have fun with that. Cowboy Dog says Salah is beaming in the car driving her to the airport. Yep, he sure is. Another beautiful place from Earth Views, Capri, Italy. Y'all look at that. What a wonderful spread. What wonderful aesthetics. I could just see myself sitting at a table with some of you and just having a meal and chatting. That looks like a welcome environment to just, sightsee and look at the beautiful view and admire it and soak it in while you're having a wonderful meal. It looks so great. Ghost Crab says, never have I ever seen a man more sad to see his wife go. He is devastated. Yeah, he's broken up. He's so broken up. So broken. Nothing But Love says, so your sick diabetic daughter comes back to Canada to use the health care she bashed. But let's go to Red Lobster. Nice and healthy for someone who's about to stroke out. Hey, if Chantal doesn't care about her health, if her family doesn't care about her health, and they are the closest to her, they're in her personal life, what can any of us do? Honestly, what can we do? We're here on our side of the computer, on our side of the monitor. There's nothing we can do. She's got to care about her health. All we can do is observe and give our thoughts, feelings, and opinions, and that's pretty much about it. Let's see. Emma McDonald says, this is the same person that gave 0 Fs when Mama's car was about to be towed. Now that she needs her family, she shows up for them. Nothing the trolls will do. Compared to the shame and embarrassment she has caused her family for years now, she's just as bad, worse, actually. If her family really cared about her, they would stop enabling her. They would stop fixing all of her mistakes. They would stop covering for her. They let her learn. I mean, she's almost 40 years old. At one point in life, do you learn? When you enable your child, you're hurting them, believe it or not. You are hurting them. You're stopping them from learning. You are stopping them from learning how to be independent and get it through their skull that you can't fall back on other people when you make mistakes or when you fail. You've got to learn to pick yourself up and do for yourself. And that's a problem with Chantal and her family, is that they enable her. Like, she'll run to them and they will help her out. They'll give her money. And she'll always be much younger mentally in her head than what she actually is physically. Because they're keeping her from growing up. I'll say something interesting from Perfectly Imperfect, saying, how do you gain 100 subs while not creating any content for 4 days? Because she buys subs. She absolutely buy subs. And yeah, that's a thing. I do not recommend anybody buying subs for the YouTube channel or engagement or views. There are sites that offer those services, but I don't recommend it at all. It's against terms of service. But Foodie's been known to do that repeatedly. This is not her first time. I don't know why she's obsessed with keeping the number really high. I don't know if that's a thing with her. Just, it's an ego thing maybe, or an algorithm thing, but she's buying subs. Maybe she's hoping that with a greater sub number that YouTube will put her in the recommended more. So that remains to be seen. Okay, Habitual Labilitator, this is interesting, and thank you for posting this, was having a gander at her Social Blade data. 100 subs every 5 days, almost like it's automated. So let's blow this up. Let's blow it up. Let's look. I don't know if you guys can see that. Okay, so for those of you that can't read it because the writing's really, really small, on 11/14/2023, 100 subs. 11/19/2023, another 100. 11/24, 100. 11/29, 100. On December the 5th, 100. December the 11th 100. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 600 new subs. And it's not like she's been doing quality content that people would sign up that much. Foodie, you're over there buying subs when really you should be saving your money to get into a place. You're coming back to Canada with no home, ma'am. None. And I don't know what your plans are, but I know you can't stay with your family. They're not going to put up with that. You need to save that money for a motel or move in with Pete's or something. Stop buying them doggone subs because you know that YouTube is going to take them away from you when they do their sweeps. They're going to take them away. So what are you wasting all your money for? Okay, Katie says, y'all kill me sometimes. Perfectly imperfect says, a reflection in the glass at Red Lobster looks very familiar from the silk green top. So there's the picture in question. That's a big shadow. Yeah, I would say it's Foodie. I would say that's her. So there it is. Her relatives are right here. And again, like, I'm glad that you blurred their faces out. I'm not comfortable showing her relatives on my channel. It's just my thing. But notice the table. Notice how the table is pushed more towards, okay, this would be her sister over here, her mom here, here's her Aunt Phyllis. That table is pushed more towards them because they're smaller and because Aunt Phyllis and Chantal are bigger. There's more room over here. So that's a dead giveaway that Chantal is there. But here's a reflection in the glass. Also, if the picture were a bit bigger, you could see that there were 4 plates on the table for 3 people. So you're busted, Chantal. You are busted, ma'am. Just get over yourself. Indy says, journey home, huh? I thought Kuwait was your home. Well, home is where the mukbang is. She can make a home anywhere with that. And I thought you were going to stay offline for a while. Oh, yeah, it's December. Like we all did not see this coming. Everything for the money, right? Yep. Last month of the year. Got to make it count. She's coming home broke. She's going to be doing the beezing. And she said so in her video. She's like, you know, we're going to be beezing with the Kia. We know what beezing means. It means misbehaving. So how long do you think it'll take before she takes off the hijab and takes off the abaya? I give it about a week. I think at first she's going to just keep cosplaying a little bit. But then eventually when she sees that the views maybe are not what she needs them to be, she'll take it off and show us her authentic self. Of course she will. And then it's going to be a complete shock to everyone because we're all going to go, wow. It is. Let's see. Okay, this is from Malarkey Meter. This is Salah right now. Yeah, you know, he's over there with the radio blaring saying, celebrate good times. Come on. He is celebrating. He might be flying over to Allah in the Philippines and partying. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Okay, so that's it for everything on Twitter. So let's get out of here and let's go over to the actual video. I already got it pulled up because I'm prepared like that. All right. Oops. Well, no, I'm not because my StreamYard is acting weird. All right. So let's go over the video. Let's do this thing. Here we go. Y'all ready? Anybody that you don't have your coffee, maybe it's too early in the morning. I get it. Sorry I posted so early, but you need your coffee, you need your tea, you need a little snack. Get that, start the video again, and we can sit and watch this thing together. All right, so let's go, let's go.
Hello, Foodie Beauties.
No,
It's the
no. I don't care about your scameo. Get it out of here. Goodbye. No, we're not listening to this freaking music. No, we're not. You know what, guys? Let's celebrate. Let us celebrate. Even before the video gets into a minute, let's celebrate. You want to know why? Because we won't have to see this anymore. This useless driving footage, we're done. We're done with it. It's over. No more useless driving roadside B-roll footage. We're done. It's a wrap. Let's celebrate over that. I'm celebrating. I don't have to look at this no more. So more driving to the airport, driving. I'm so happy that that's going to be a thing that's going to go away. We don't need to see, we don't need this. We need some quality content. Quality content. Oh, uh-oh. Are they talking? Yeah, they are.
Hello guys, so now we are heading for the Kuwait International Airport.
I'm gonna miss you, babe.
Oh my god, I hear goodbyes.
Me too.
I hate goodbyes, and he grins from ear to ear. Oh my god. Oh, I can't. This is great. This is great. This is so entertaining. This is so much better than watching her do a mukbang in front of that blue couch. This is amazing. I love this already. She's not even done anything in Canada. I'm already loving this. You know, like I feel like I'm at McDonald's. I'm loving it. But look at him. Have we seen him look this happy in a while? That smile just says everything. He's so at peace. He's so blissful. He's like, man, the moment that she gets out of this car, I can just live. I can breathe again. It's like he's been holding his breath for over a year, and now he could finally exhale and smell the air. And it doesn't smell like ricotta and blue cheese. He can smell the flowers. He can smell everything. He doesn't smell BO and stench. He's going to have a good time. He's already having a good time. In his head, he's like celebrating. He's not letting her know that he's having a party in his head, but he is. No, we're not doing the music. No, we're not. You know, I have to wonder how many hours ahead of time he dropped her off. The last time was what, 6 to 8 hours that he dropped her off? I wonder if it was 10 to 12 hours. But whatever had happened, he's happy. He's a happy boy. It doesn't look like they traveled early in the morning. It was maybe like mid-morning, it looks like. Because it doesn't look like it's dawn. Come on. A 12-minute video. A 12-minute video. That's all this is. And most of it is B-roll footage. I'm so glad that these days are over. We won't have to go through this again. She's going to have to start earning her money. She can't rely on B-roll footage to extend the length of her videos. But knowing Chantal, she's going to just say, screw the recorded stuff and just go live. Because she needs that money. She's not going to hear what for a while.
So I have my luggage here, ready to go for our first trip to Dubai.
She was in Kuwait for over a year, and that's all the luggage she's bringing home. Can you imagine that? Living somewhere for over a year, and like that's all you're bringing home. And let's talk about the elephant in the room, not the one at the airport. What about Julia? What about Harry? She says that Salah's going to take care of Julia and Harry. I really hope that that's the case. Honestly, no jokes here, no sarcasm. I hope that he does take care of Julia and Harry. But the sad thing it's making me real sad is knowing that she's leaving Kuwait and she never got Julia properly fixed. Even if you're leaving Kuwait and you're leaving a pet with somebody, you're never going to see them again. Wouldn't the kind thing to be would get the animal fixed so they don't go into heat anymore? So that if that person takes care of them, that's not going to be an issue. Once again, Chantal, you are abandoning a pet. You abandoned 2 pets in Canada, and then you went to Kuwait and you abandoned 2 more. And you wonder why people online don't like you. You just have this history of neglecting and abandoning animals wherever you go.
Okay, baby, relax. You are going now to Dubai.
You know he wants to run with that. You know he's walking slow, but he wants to run. He wants to take that cart and run to the gate with it. He's dying to run. Like, can we get there a little bit faster? Can you walk faster, Chantal? Okay, we don't need that B-roll footage. We don't need that music. We really, really don't. Oh, I'm so happy that those days are over. You guys have no idea. It's so annoying. Just walking through. So, question. Chantal's heavier than she's ever been. And the times they've been through an airport, they had like a little golf cart, security cart thing that they would use. So, because she didn't like to walk, she had trouble walking. Why aren't they using one of those now? Or maybe they did, and that's what the jump cut was about. It's so empty. Yeah, very strange. I would think that the airport would be busy. Economy class. Oh, she's talking. Sorry. No, she's not. Now, is this the face of a woman who's married and she's about to leave her husband for an extended period of time? Is this the face of a sad, upset, broken-hearted woman? She's beaming, and he was beaming. She gets mad at the reaction channels in the audience for saying the whole marriage is a sham. But you two idiot sandwiches, when you do stuff like this, you give yourselves away. Because any other couple that loved each other for real, they would be heartbroken and they would be sad and they would be crying, knowing that they are leaving the love of their life behind in another country where they can't get to them for a long time. She said she's going home to Canada to take care of her health. Do I believe that? Nope. Especially now that I saw the video from Eyelash, and the first place her family takes her to is Red Lobster. Plus, in this video, she talks about beezing. So she's not going over there to really take care of her health. She's going to treat it as a joke. Leaving behind the love of your life in another country, and you're not the least bit upset. Yeah, tell me how fake this marriage is without telling me how fake this marriage is. Oh, you know what? Stop it, Chantal. Look at her trying to, you know what she's doing, y'all? Okay. She's trying to make herself cry. Look, she's taking her finger and like jamming it into her eye ducts to make herself cry. You know, doing this number, trying to squeeze those tears out. Trying to squeeze them out. She cried more over Natter than she ever did over Salah. Let that sink in. She cried more honest tears over that scumbag than she's doing over Salah. So for Salah, she has to force those tears out. Like, press on those tear ducts, girl. Press on them.
And there's my plane. Going to Dubai, first flight. So this is my first time using Emirates. I usually use Qatar. So I'll see how it is. They just had a cheaper flight this time. Around the holidays, it's very expensive. So, but I have a story time about that after.
Why is she so out of breath? Y'all notice that she is. I'm sure the walking wore her out, but she is just out of breath. Like, wow.
About the seats. So far, the customer service is phenomenal. So my first flight is 5:45 p.m. Sorry, I had to drag my heavy carry-on all the way here to my gate, and we're about to board. So, and it's an hour and 45-minute flight.
What do you mean you had to drag your carry-on? We just saw your bags on the little roller thing. And that was a lot for you? That, Chantal, if that was a lot for you, that points to how bad your health is. That shouldn't wear you out.
To Dubai, and then I have a 5.5 hour layover in Dubai. Another thing I saw is a first class Falcon. Falconry is really big in the Middle East here, so you're allowed to bring a Falcon.
So she had like a layover flight, where you get to the airport and you're there just waiting for your next flight. So a 5-hour layover where you've got nothing to do, you're in an airport, you're stuck there for 5 hours and you can't take extra footage. You can't do extra commentary, or maybe she did and she's going to make a series of videos out of it, just trying to milk it for all it's worth. But all we get this initial video is just 12 minutes and most of it is filler footage. Weak sauce, Chantal, weak.
I think, I'm not sure exactly the rules, but that man had a falcon with him. So yeah, I think you have to buy a seat for the falcon. And they're very, very cute.
Okay, I just thought it was weird that the airplane was so empty. So some people are saying this might be a medical flight. Or maybe she just did this footage before everybody boarded. Because I don't think the plane would be that empty. Ain't no way.
So this is a Boeing 777, and so far the cabin is just so...
I mean, on airplanes, when people start to board, they let on, like, before they let on first class, they bring in anybody who might be disabled and get them seated first. So I'm wondering if that's what Chantal did. Like why is she boarding first before anybody else? Is it a truly empty flight? Did she just label herself as perhaps being disabled or needing to board first before everyone else? It just looks weird that the plane is just that empty. Had to be people doing the pre-boarding.
so warm. The color scheme is warm. The sand dune detail on the walls. The huge entertainment screen too. As for my seatbelt extender, never be ashamed or shy to ask for one. Now I got lucky and the flight was pretty empty, so I didn't have to get 2 seats, but this was eye-opening for me.
Girl, stop. Absolutely stop. You did this footage, and then after you turn your camera off, that little armrest, you know you pulled that sucker back. Come on. Come on. There's no possible way that you're comfortable in a regular seat. There's no way that you're going to sit in just one seat all scrunched in there and be comfortable for a flight that lasts more than 6 hours. No, ma'am. Don't believe it. I've flown before, and airplane seats are tiny. And y'all can see my size over here. I'm 5'4", about 135 pounds, maybe 132. Don't know. I've been on the scale lately. But even as a small person, those seats are tiny. You're crushed in like a sardine in a can. Now imagine Chantal at her size. She pulled that armrest back. She took up 2 seats. Guaranteed she did.
And I've decided I'm not going to travel anymore without buying 2 seats. I can't bank on a seat.
Look at her. Look. What did I say? What I say? Freeze frame. Y'all look. Look. I'm going to leave it there for a minute. Take all the screenshots you want. Have fun with that. Look. Does she look comfortable? When you sit in a seat, you normally have at least like an inch or 2 of space between your armrest and your body on either side or both sides. Look how crushed she is in that seat. I mean, there's no room. You know that has to hurt. Can you imagine an armrest pressed into your waist, into your side? That has to hurt. Mama, you need 2 seats. You absolutely do. Trying to act like you can fit into 1 seat, it just doesn't work, ma'am. It just doesn't work. I don't know who you think you're trying to kid.
Being empty, you never know when a flight will be full, and as you can see, the armrest.
That looks so, I'm sorry to say it again, that looks so uncomfortable. Why would you do that to yourself? Unless you're stupid and you want to be cheap when you shouldn't be cheap. You're going to be on a flight. Flying for her is already dangerous because she's had a history of blood clots in her lungs. someone at her size, it is risky. But on top of the risk of flying, she's going to make herself uncomfortable.
Has to come down, or else you have to buy 2 seats. So
yeah, so basically that's how she's getting around paying for 2 seats. Oh, if I can just squeeze myself into 1 seat, then I'll pay for the 1 seat, and I'm just going to cross my fingers that nobody sits next to me, or I can move to another seat where there's one empty next to me so that I'm not paying for 2 seats. She's always done that. Always looking for ways to be cheap when she shouldn't be cheap. So like she's jamming that armrest down into her side. Girl, you're ridiculous.
yeah. I will say that the air ventilation, the fan, is the strongest of any flight I've ever been on. So as you can see, the plane was like empty. It was crazy. The flight from Dubai to Montreal was more full, but still, I've never seen it this empty before. Not gonna complain.
But you know what I just spotted? You know what I just spotted? I spotted like that few seconds. There was, let's go back. Let's go back a little bit. Okay. So am I wrong? Or like, it looks like this area is open right here. What is this? Is this where people come in to board the plane? That's still open. So it's not closed off. So it looks like people are still boarding. Now let's turn off the sound for a minute. Okay. So like the stewardess is still there welcoming people. And then there's this gentleman. I'm sorry to put your face on camera, sir. Don't know you. But he's that few seconds, he tried to cut it out. But there was that guy still getting to his seat like he was boarding the plane with his bag. So that wasn't all the people that were boarding that plane. There were people still getting on. So you didn't have the whole flight to yourself, Chantal. You just didn't. Why you lying?
All right, I'm going to do voiceover because you can barely hear me here. But I was saying that the seats so far compared to Qatar are more comfortable. They're about the same size, but there's something about the design that's more comfortable. Although I'm not going to dog Qatar because I do love them as an airline as well. So the engine noise drowned me out here too, but basically I said how much I miss Salah and then my pets, and I can't believe I'm on my way to Canada. It's surreal.
Yeah, you really look like you miss Salah and your pets. No tears in those eyes, no sadness. Chantal, you are so void of emotion, you can't even fake emotion. You don't know how to do it properly, to sell it to the audience, to make people believe that what you feel is real. You're just soulless. Do you not know how to fake being really upset? Narcissist, like they feel nothing for other people. They have no remorse. They have no regret. It's all about what they want. They feel sad for themselves. They don't feel sad for others. They lack that empathy. She just left her supposed husband that she's been with for over a year and 2 pets that she allegedly loved. No tears. Nothing. Nada. Not a doggone thing.
And here they give out these peculiar looking headphones that were shaped in a square, different I guess. Time to watch some movies. So on this flight I decided to watch,
And of course the movie that she chooses to watch is what? Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Even on a flight home, you got to focus on food.
Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Not saying that it's a bad movie. I love this movie. It's a classic. Love the movie. But she doesn't need to be watching it.
Not Charlie and the Chocolate Factory with Johnny Depp. I prefer the original. I just love Gene Wilder.
So do I. I mean, I know there's a remake of the movie, but you can't replace the original with Gene Wilder. You just can't. I mean, no offense, Johnny. So sorry, bro, but sometimes you just can't remake the magic of certain things, and this is one of them.
So I gave back the Pepsi. I'm really trying not to drink soda, especially
Liar!
Pepsi.
Wait. Stop. Pull it all the way back. Let's put the brakes on for a minute. Let's look at this. Let's look at it. Got it blown up so you guys can see it with me. What do we got? We got a Pepsi. She could have ordered water. If she just got out of Kuwait and she's feeling hot, which she is because she's got that fan on her, she needs to drink her water. Water would be good for her to stay hydrated. What is she having as a diabetic? She's having a doggone soda, having a soda, sugar water that she don't need. Didn't she just have a problem with her blood sugar? It was spiking up to dangerous levels. Wouldn't that soda make it spike even more? Yeah, it would. So if you're on a flight and if they're offering you a soda, say no. Say, I don't want this, or I can't have this. I'm a diabetic. They will gladly give you water all day long. If you didn't want that soda, Chantal, you could have said, nope, nope, take it back. I'm trying to be good here. Take it back. Get it out of my sight. Because if you got something like that in front of her, she's going to drink it. Not good for her. Let's move on. Look over there. That looks like dessert, doesn't it? Over here in the top left, that looks like dessert. So we got a sugary drink over here to the right, and we've got a dessert over here to the left. Why do we need both? Why do we need them at all? Next, we've got look this main entree, and this looks like a backup sandwich. So we've got sugar water, carbs, dessert, more carbs. I don't know what this is, but it looks like it's breaded, more carbs, carbs all day. She don't need all this. So if anybody wants to know if she gives a crap about her health, look at this meal. She could have just foregone the soda, foregone the dessert, or maybe ask for a healthier dessert. Maybe they have some dessert options, like some fresh fruit or something, like try to cut down the damage to the kidneys and the blood sugar spiking. Like, get rid of this, get rid of that, whatever this is, make it go away. Put this away somewhere and just had this, and she would have been perfectly fine.
But this was a really good meal. It came with like some kind of charcuterie board, like a halal one, with like beef prosciutto, peppercorn turkey breast, different kinds of cheese.
Yeah, and the cheese. And the cheese. I don't know if they gave options for meals or snacks on this airline, but if they did, of course, Chantal would have to go for her beloved cheese.
Cheese, hummus, tabbouleh, grape leaves, some kind of wrap with like potato curry, pita.
Oh, and the grape leaves, tomates. There's different names for them in different cultures, but grape leaves stuffed with rice. More carbs. More.
There was like this little dessert. It was like a mini red velvet cheesecake.
Oh my God. Cheesecake? That's even worse. Yikes. Cheesecake is sugar, y'all. It's nothing. Sugar everywhere. Sugar. Do you need your blood sugar spiking on a flight? Do you need it? You're flying on an airplane and your blood sugar goes up really, really fast. So you're going to spike it with soda, with carbs, with dessert. Chantal, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. You're flirting with death. And you know what death is telling you? Stop blowing up my phone. Stop sending me text messages. I don't want to deal with you. Why do you keep flirting with him?
It was really, really good. The Dubai airport, I didn't film much because I was just hustling my way through it. It was confusing. You have to go through different floors. You have to take a train. Anyway, I finally just had a seat, and I won't even tell you how much I paid for 2 waters and a lemonade. It is robbery. Airport prices are...
Yeah, and that's another thing. As I understand it, if you're a diabetic and your blood sugar goes up really, really high, it makes you excessively thirsty. You can't drink enough. Here she is drinking all this water.
Insane. But my aunt gave me a really good tip that I'm going to do from now on, because you can't bring water through security, right? Anything over 3 ounces. So she said she brings a couple of empty water bottles and fills them up at the water stations in the airport beside the bathrooms. Should have totally done that next time, I guess. One cool feature about Emirates is at night, the roof of the aircraft lights up with like, it looks like a night sky. It's so calming. And one thing that happened right after this shot, I thought we were going to die. I started praying to Allah. Like I was saying, Astaghfirullah, please, if we die, send me to heaven. Like the turbulence.
Okay, I know this is going to be a bad joke, but I'm just going to say it anyway. This is my channel, I can do that. A lot of people have been saying, how is Chantal still with us? Like, what is the secret to her immortality? This woman she beats up her body with food and with party favors. And like, how is she still walking? Why is she not in the hospital? Like, all the things she does, her body is just an amazing machine. It's been taking a beating for years and it's still kicking. I think I got it. I think heaven doesn't want her. It's saying, nope, we're not letting her in. And hell is saying, don't send her here either. So heaven and hell are deadlocked. And they're like, because neither one of us want to deal with this woman, let's just keep her alive. I think that's it. I think I got the answer.
I've never experienced turbulence like this. It felt like the plane was like dropping out of the sky. I had minor whiplash. You could hear all the drink carts like shaking in the back. It was bad. Like it was really, really, really scary. And I was just like, oh my God, I had to take deep breaths. I thought I was gonna have a heart attack. Like I could start feeling my pulse just like beating on the sides of my like in my temples, and I was getting lightheaded. Like
that's another reason, if you are a diabetic and you already have high blood pressure, high blood sugar, and you already feel anxiety from flying, you got hypertension, you should be laying off on the caffeine and the sugar and all that during the flight, because that's just going to push it up even further. But you're an idiot and you don't listen.
I don't know. I watch too many plane crash videos, but
yeah, but you like watching those. You got this weird fascination with watching other people die. I know that's morbid, y'all. Sorry to say that, but she does. In her free time, she watches plane crash videos. She's got a morbid curiosity with death and watching other people pass away. And she doesn't care about her own mortality.
This was intense turbulence. And luckily we made it through, alhamdulillah, but it was really bad. Has anyone been through really bad turbulence? Comment below.
There it is. There it is, y'all. Look, we haven't seen the Sangria Kia in the longest. There she is. You know, everybody was wondering why she did not let go of the Kia going over to Kuwait. Now we know why. Because she knew at some point she would have to come home and she would need her car. She needs the car to go on the long road and back out to the outhouse and go to the dispensary and get her beloved Nashies and Twisty Misties and Starbucks. She needs transportation for all of that, because nobody's going to take her around to do all that every day. But there it is, y'all. There's the Sangria Kia.
I never thought.
The big question is, Chantal, can you fit in it? I'm not being hateful saying that. When you left, you could barely fit in the car. You had the seat all the way back, almost to the back seat, just trying to squeeze yourself up in there. You've gained over 100 pounds since you've been away. Can you still fit in that car? And even if you can fit in the car, can the car handle it? Because every car has a weight limit, and the weight has to be evenly distributed throughout the car. And you're almost 600 pounds. Like, I remember a video from Amberlyn Reed and Becky, where Amberlyn Reed and Becky were relating that the tires kept popping on the front just because Amber was so heavy. And when Amber and Becky sat in the front seat, that was like a combined weight of like 800 pounds. So of course the tires would pop because the weight was not evenly distributed throughout the car. So now that you've gained a bunch of weight, are you going to have to deal with pop tires? We'll see.
I never thought I would see you again. I never thought. Oh, my car. My car.
Yeah, that car is a mess. It sat for a year, that filthy. So I've heard that Aunt Phyllis was driving Chantal's car while she was gone. She couldn't have it vacuumed. She couldn't have it cleaned. I mean, hello, look at this side seat. Ew. And Chantal doesn't even sit there. That's disgusting. Why wouldn't you have the car detailed and cleaned before the original owner shows up? Wouldn't that be the polite thing to do if they just give you access to their car? You'd at least try to vacuum it or clean it up. But that car is nasty. Nasty. There's stuff all over the seat right here. There's stuff all over the seat here. You can see just stuff in the cracks. Ew. Ew.
Reunited at last with my Kia. I know people are going to pause and look at every crumb and stain in this car, but do yourself a favor and just pass on it. This car needs to be cleaned so bad.
Yep.
So that's one of the first things I'm going to do while I'm here is get this car cleaned up. I have to take it for service, for brake service actually, and get it cleaned up. Now this is just, I'm so tired.
You know, like me, I don't know why you would need brake service. Did Aunt Phyllis drive like a maniac in your car? You've been gone for over a year. You haven't driven it. Why does it need brake service? And I would be checking those tires because it's still winter and it's snowing outside. And if the tires are rotted, you're in trouble.
I was traveling for close to 25 hours after everything, barely sleeping. I need to put on my CPAP and get some good rest. So I will be
I
doing...
honestly think Chantal has been back for at least a few days. And she just waited to post this video. Like Chantal knows how to play the YouTube system and the algorithm. You know, she's been back for a minute, but she wanted to build up the anticipation of everybody wondering, where is she? What is she doing? So she waited and she waited, trying to build up that anticipation because she wanted more views for this video.
Canada beezing very soon. All right. So,
oh Lord, did you hear that? Let's hear that again. We need to hear that again. Let's play that part again. Roll that beautiful beam footage.
So I will be doing Canada beezing very soon.
What do you say? Miss, I'm coming back home to Canada to fix my health. I care about my health. In the same tone, with the same voice, talking about Canada beezing. And we know what that means. Beezing is not a good term. Beezing is misbehaving. And we know what she means by misbehaving. That means smoking. That means drinking. That means eating anything she wants. That means trips to the dispensary. She's probably going to walk in the door and they're going to say, we haven't seen you in so long. What do you need? Our best customer who buy thousands of dollars in green products. What do you need? We're going to stock you up. And you know, she's probably phoning up Natter and saying, hey, I need some party favors. And he'd be very, very willing to help her out. We're going to know if she's been to Natter's or talking to Natter or giving him money because, look, I don't watch his streams. I'm not interested in him. He's boring. He's irritable. But if he does streams on his end and all of a sudden he's popping up with all kinds of groceries, we're going to know why. We're going to know where he's getting that money.
All right. So I appreciate the space. I've been taking for a bit, but Canada Bees very soon with more videos.
Ma'am, you're coming back from Kuwait. You're unhealthy. You're 150 pounds heavier than when you left. You went to the doctor. Your blood sugar is in the 300s, 400s. That's insane. Like, you're a scumbag, Chantal. And your health is your business. But since you're putting your business on YouTube, that means I am free to comment, aren't I? Once you put something on the table for everybody to look at, everybody's free to talk about it. So you're coming back with all those issues. Before you left Canada, you were pushing your body to the limit, doing the party favors, eating the food. Now you're weaker and sicker than ever. And you're talking about beezing. You do realize that you cannot do the party favors like you once did. You can't do 1,000, 2,000 milligrams of edibles or shatter bears. Your body just can't handle it. Your body can't handle much more. You are not unbreakable. your body will eventually break. It's breaking down right now in front of us. So thinking you can just go back to your old life, your body's not in a condition to do so. But I guess we're going to see what's going to happen, won't we?
And I hope you enjoyed my journey home. I just wanted to get here to Canada and get the travel over with. That journey is arduous and it's getting harder and harder. I have to really just take a break from doing that journey for a little while. So
You ain't going back. You are not going back to Kuwait. There's no possible way you're going back. As sick as you are, you're not going back. You will not go back. This whole arc between you and Salah is over. And I'm glad of it because it was boring. It was weak sauce. Weak sauce with a side of pathetic fries. And you made us eat it every day. And I'm glad that we don't have to eat it anymore. You know, we're glad to be done of Salah. And the only way we're going to pay attention to him anymore is if he's got some teeth. And if he's got any kind of sense in his head, he'll talk. And he'll make that money. He'll make that bag. He'll make more of a bag being away from you than with you. So we'll keep an eye on that. See if he talks.
Yeah, but it's been rough and emotional because I left another family behind and, well...
Yeah, like, and here she is showing Salah and Julia. This hurts my heart. Not about Salah. He can just, go away, Salah. Go away with your little red shirt. Go away. I don't feel bad for him. I feel bad for the baby. Because Chantal got her off the street, got her used to being inside and somewhat domesticated. She did not take proper care of Julia. She didn't brush her fur. She let her get matted. And she didn't get her spayed. She did not do her due diligence. And now Julia's going to end up somewhere and Harry the hamster is going to end up somewhere. Just, Chantal, do us all a favor. Please don't get any more pets. Wherever you end up, whether it's a motel, a hotel, somebody's house, just don't get any more animals, okay? You're a beast yourself. You can't take care of animals. You can't even take care of yourself. Don't take on any more responsibilities. Anything with a heartbeat, just stay away from it. Don't take it into your care. If you're in that reckless place in your mind, don't take on something that relies on you. You can't even rely on yourself. You're always looking around for someone to be your caretaker. Don't take any more animals, okay? Don't make them suffer because you're choosing to be an idiot.
It's hard being away from my husband and my pets. And those of you who think that I'm abandoning my pets, they're not only my pets, they're Salah's pets. He's there.
I really hope that Salah takes care of Julia or finds someone that will take care of her. People are saying that he really loved Julia. I hope that's true. I hope that it's so true that he loves her so much that he can't bear to put her out on the street and he makes arrangements for her and Harry. At least that. If Chantal can't do right by the pets, Salah, at least do that kindness. Okay, just do that kindness. As I understand it, if you're Muslim, cats are revered. So please revere the cat, revere the hamster, make sure they're taken care of because they don't deserve to suffer for Chantal's stupidity.
Pet dad, and he's going to take very good care of them.
Yeah, well, you say that, but how do we know that? All we can do is pray.
Until I can see them again,
But you're not going to see them again, and you don't care. The moment that you took her to the vet and you just got her a shot, that told me that you had no intention of keeping her, that you weren't that attached to her. Cats going into heat is a big deal. It's painful. Going through it every few months or whatnot. If you cared about Julia, you would have fixed the problem right then and there. You had the money. You just decided to just do what little bit you had to do and leave the rest for later for somebody else.
It does really bother me. I really miss them, and inshallah I will see them again soon.
Yeah, well, you're saying you miss them, but do I hear any sobbing in your voice? No, I don't hear true sadness. I hear indifference. Like not caring one way or the other, like out of sight, out of mind, not my problem. That's what I hear from Chantal. Out of sight, out of mind, not connected to me. I'm separated from it, therefore I don't give a crap.
But I have a lot of things I have to take care of here for myself. And
So taking care of things means beezing. That's taking care of things. No, that's avoiding taking care of things. But do you, Chantal, you go ahead and do you. You take care of things as you do, which is not taking care of things, which is escaping from responsibilities rather than dealing with them. You do you. We'll watch the train wreck. That's what we're here for.
sometimes you need distance to take care of things, especially when you're from two different parts of the world, opposite ends of the world, and from two very different cultures. But nonetheless, no matter how far away, I will always love you. And
Well, he won't love you. He's in love with the Empress, whoever she is. He's probably with her right now in the red room with his little red t-shirt. I think that t-shirt was a subtle hint about where he's going and what he's doing.
we will see each other again soon.
No, you won't.
So
No, you won't.
I'm in Canada, but I'm bringing all of my morals with me and all of my beliefs with
What
me.
moral? Wait. What morals? You didn't have any morals when you started out going to Kuwait. You certainly didn't come home with any. So what are you talking about? Your moral compass is broken. It's been broken for years. Years.
And all of the changes that I've made to myself with me. And I will continue to work on my character and my health here.
You know, I love animals. I love cats. You guys know I have Booger. It breaks my heart. Like, I'm not hating on Harry the hamster. We barely see him. Like, I would take care of Harry and Julia if I had the space and the opportunity, because she really deserves a good home with a loving owner. She's a pretty girl, really pretty girl, you know. But Booger would never allow it. Booger she's a mama's girl. She doesn't like a competition for mama's love. But like, I would open up my heart and my home to her if I could.
As you can see, Julia Salah sent me this picture this morning.
And you know what? These pictures, they feel like a final goodbye. Like, I'll never see you again. I'll never see the pets again. This is something you do when you're leaving somewhere and you're not going back.
Pets, and they're very happy with him. They're very close with him. They love us, equally.
Not really. Not really. And you know what's missing here? Do you know what's missing, Chantal? You've done this thing for years where you say to the audience, they love me. You said that about BBJ and Sam. Oh, they love me so much. But you know what you've never said? In abundance, I love them so much. You have never expressed your love and your devotion and your loyalty to your pets. It's always, they love me. It's one-sided. They love me. They give me love, but never expressing the love in return. You're a narc. You're an absolute narc.
And he will take very good care of them for me. And I will see them every day on video in the meantime. So thanks for...
Yeah, right. You had a best friend for 17 years, Pete. You left him behind to go to Kuwait for over a year. Now that you're back, everybody's wondering, are you going to move in with Pete? I think you will. If Pete were smart, he would stay away from you. He's got his life now. He's living in a room in somebody's home. No chaos, no drama. But you are, unfortunately, his favorite person. He's been waiting for you to come back, because with you gone, his views have been in the tank. Nobody cares really about Pete. His content is boring. It's lame. Yeah, I said it. He's boring. He doesn't know how to do videos and make them engaging. He relies on you to get the attention for him and for people to watch his channel. But he's been waiting for your return, to be taken care of again, to have you pay the bills and the rent again, to get the attention for his channel again. But you need a caretaker. And you don't want to pay a professional caretaker by the hour. You want to find someone in your personal life, turn them into your caretaker, so they do all of the normal stuff that you can't do because you've gotten yourself to a size to where you can't. So for that reason, you will take on Pete again. even though you left the villa damaged, and he's had to pay for it. And don't tell me there weren't damages, and don't tell me that there wasn't money owed, because you left that apartment a mess. And I'm sure it cost a bit of money and time to clear it all out, to do the repaint, recarpet, shampoo the carpets, repair the kitchen tile, unplug the shower drain, which was plugged up. Don't tell me that didn't cost money and that piece did not get billed. But if he wants to take all that on again like a fool, that's his life.
For watching this journey, guys. I will have more videos coming soon to show you guys. Bye for now.
I really hope that wherever Chantal lands, she doesn't get any more animals. I think 4 abandoned animals is quite enough, don't you? Take care of yourself for once, Chantal. Don't bring innocent beings into your world. It never ends well for them. Anyway, that's it for this react, y'all. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. I'm going to go ahead and post it to YouTube. And I thank you guys for joining me. And I'll see you guys on the next one, because like I said, it's going to get crazy. She might go live tonight and just lose her mind. We will see. She needs that money. And she'll probably make that money going live for the first time in forever. But we'll see. So thank you guys for being here, and have a good one. Bye.